HawK and Foggy, these two have been Europe's #1 and 2 pretty firmly. Foggy #1, HawK #2 for quite a while now. But at last GCS, that's where we had the big upset. It was a best-of-5 grand final there as well in the first qualifier, where Foggy started off really strongly, but then HawK came back swinging and had that surprising victory in the qualifier #1. So he is always capable of making something like that happen. And he just showed against Cash in how strong of a shape he is today.
Indeed, that was, especially the second map, so one-sided, with a great game plan. He is certainly prepared. He has game plans, and of course, if he has a game plan against Cash, then he has a game plan against Foggy as well. Another upset for HawK is certainly possible. The stats, not that great for him. 40 matches between the two, 30 go into the onto Foggy's side. In maps, it's even harder, 72 to 40. On paper, Foggy is the big favorite. It's not too long ago that HawK beat him, though. Of course, GCS qualifier in April, and also High to Chaco League qualifier 5. HawK defeated him 3-1. Since then, Foggy has a 2-0 win streak against the Russian human. So, will the streak continue, or will HawK strike back? Terraner stand 0-0, best of 3. First to 2, who will go into the winner bracket and to the grand final with a 1-0 lead.
Back in the day, Foggy played the Warden a lot in this matchup. Started playing her on every single map aside from Turtle Rock, I think. He was able to play her pretty much everywhere. But with a new patch 1.29 and the rise of the Alchemist, she has disappeared from the metagame. And it's not the Warden, it is the Demon Hunter here. We may see her to return with a new patch when the heal spray has been nerfed again. But I wouldn't be surprised if in this best of 3 it's gonna be all Demon Hunter for Foggy.
Me neither. Maybe some Beastmaster, maybe some Dark Ranger, maybe some other interesting strats that we haven't seen yet. Because this is so important. This is one of the 3 chances for European players to go to China this year. At least from what we know so far. And HawK is going for the instant expo. This is dangerous because everything is poisoned and everything is low. Imagine a Warden here. Like right now.
So low.
Everything is super low. Foggy seems to be aware. We have a Mana Stone, which is amazing. But the Demon Hunter, if this is immolation, no, I don't think so, but could be. This is a risky expansion by HawK.
He has evasion. There wasn't a burn. This might be immolation still. Oh, there it is.
Oh, this is horrible for HawK. First peasant already dies. Also the footman taking a lot of damage, but he can't reach those 3 peasants here. Invul potion even used for more damage.
So much more damage.
This is so hard to counter.
Ooh. Oh man. Oh man, this is expensive. Oh man, this is expensive. And guess what? Behind this, he is counter-expanding exactly.
Wow.
This isn't even all in, but it's so much damage.
This is one of the best harassers that I've ever seen on this map. Of course, with the Invul potion, that works a lot better. But HawK is crippled like Timmy from South Park. Tree of Life up 50%. 50%. 50% done.
Political correctness, that's our motto.
Couldn't came up with something else. But oh man, how does he want to make this work now? He's level 2.3. The Mana Stone might help for a lot of mana, regen, and water elementals. But Foggy, look at this. Oh my god. 3 mercenaries on the right side of the map. 2 dispels. And the damage from the Berserkers against no defend. Of course there's a little time to breathe for HawK right now because Foggy has to creep this as well. And that will take some time.
Yeah, and oh, it might be coming in for the creep jack. Foggy saw this ahead of time with the Wisp moving south. Does HawK have an inkling that this is going on? He certainly does. He certainly does. Can he cancel this Tree of Life? What's he going for? What's his target? We have a healing ward in the back. And he's trying for the Tree of Life. It is gonna finish though. But he needs to bring Wisp for repair. Yeah,
this is gonna cost something. At least the repair, as you said. Immolation against Footman, not that great, but now he has level 3. That should be mana burn, if I'm not mistaken. No Immolation 2, no Evasion 2. Most likely mana burn just necessary against human.
That was scary there with the tree, but it does survive. It wasn't quite enough damage to take it out. Agent of War dies to the creeps, but that's fine. The big tree, the most important tree, is still here.
It's still there, but for the next attack, the AOW is gone. Also for creeping. This is not that easy here. Before he has rejuvenation, you don't really want to invest so much moon juice for that. So it was a good go for HawK, bringing in some time. His expo is up, his expo is running. He has an arcane tower to defend this and an arcane vault. His main is looks open, but it isn't actually. Tech has not started. For Foggy, it has. 1/4 done.
Tome experience for him as well, by the way, very good. With that, he gets closer to level 4 to finally get that mana burn level 2.
Dude,
Oh,
we
that
have
creep camp.
five mercs. 5 mercs, 6 mercs.
Staff in from the demon. He sees all these low HP human units, easy pickoffs, and guess what? The creep camp's still alive. He can get the big ones in the back. That's gonna be his level 4 and the items.
And the berserkers find the rest of the army. This is nothing else but a slaughter from Foggy with mass mercenaries. Item here, big heal potion, and that is very, very good for him.
Nice block here against the Shadow Priest. He's gonna need a lot of blocks here to come back in this game. It feels like.
Level 4 Demon Hunter after 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Even faster, but didn't check the clock. So much investment into these mercenaries. Denies this berserker. 1.5 levels separates them. It's ridiculous.
AM normally a hero who power levels pretty quickly. But when he goes for that instant expansion, he's gonna be stuck on level 2 for a long time. A lot of the time. Tier 2 finishing soon. I thought it was done, but it's not quite done yet. And then we're gonna have a second here. Then it's gonna become even more difficult for HawK, who just started his own tier 2 tech.
90 seconds behind. Can he turtle? Can he fortify? He has to do something against Night Elf expansion, but this tier 1 of Foggy was expensive. Don't forget about that. 6 mercenaries. That's like easily 1,000 gold plus.
And if we go into 70 versus 70 battle, these 4 mercs really aren't that good anymore.
Yeah.
5 mercs.
Yeah, 1 lost, so 6 in total.
Goes for a Shredder as well. Foggy is getting ready for the late game. Or is he? Is he bringing that Shredder to battle? It looks like it. He doesn't really need the lumber at the moment.
Panda as well.
Is he dropping the expo?
There's
it's
only one tower.
Pretty damn exposed. There's only a single guard tower there. Arcane tower, excuse me. Oh, there's a lot of damage waiting to be done.
Oh, this tower will never, ever, ever come up. The panda is in range, but he's gonna... Oh, nice. Loads the panda into the Zeppelin, so the Arcane Tower can't do anything. Immolation here, double fire, and this firepower from the mercs. It's only priests, but it's so many of them. Breath of Fire again. This is terrible.
And it's so nice inside the Zeppelin, as you said. Next breath is cooling down. It's gonna be more damage. It's really hard to take out the footies, though. With that defend, of course. Would like to get this Arcane Breath. There it is. That was 3 Breaths of Fire. Massive damage, even if it was only level 1. The tower is gone. But I think the Footman should still be able to hold this.
Yeah, I agree. He should not lose too many workers here, which he doesn't. Staffing out the demon now. And the panda will be rescued. Wow, what a save on the Shadow Priest.
Every unit.
Yes.
Every single one. And now that he's starting to get low on lumber, now he can send the Shredder home after having done great damage with him. Gets him ready for economy. Foggy is so good in this matchup, dude. It wasn't all about the Warden. Not at all.
It's like they took away his strongest weapon and he just forged a new one.
Yeah. Pretty sick. Here comes the Naga now. She's gonna find some kills here, perhaps with her cold arrow. Panda would be the prime target, but there are no boots on her. Really hard for her to chase, actually. Speaking of chase, the demon is on the chase here. Dropping lower himself, doesn't want to be forced into that healing potion so early on before a real battle. By the way, 4.5 demon!
Yes.
Already!
It's ridiculous. The panda gathered some mana, but it's not enough for the next Breath of Fire. But with the piercing damage, he can cut down this tower again. There is not a single one. This Zeppelin drop can happen over and over if he buys a new Zeppelin. He unloads everything. It must be a TP, but the TP is on the Demon Hunter, who's not here. Coming in only now.
Coming in now, though. Is he gonna use the TP here? Yeah, he must.
He must.
Oh, he's still deciding to fight this with a heal ward in the back. These
Okay.
players are still fairly strong. Immolation is working. I guess there's no Breath of Fire mana anymore. Is Foggy overextending here? He's going for the AM and the Naga at the same time. He's taking quite a few losses in the meanwhile. There's heal potions here. This might be Foggy overextending at the moment.
I agree. Another potion for the Archmage, so he's safe for now. Naga in a bad position. She doesn't have a potion. Is there one in stock? Yes, but it's on cooldown. Uh-oh, poor Naga goes 6 feet under, and that's level 2 for the Pendulum Brewmaster.
Foggy knows exactly how far to take this race, how to push his limits. He's still in here, and now he can slaughter the footies. They're all low HP. Good micro from HawK, but they're so slow he can run them down, and there is so little damage. Look at the demon dancing, getting more and more kills, more and more experience, and it's just over.
Oh. Sick play by Foggy. 11-minute slaughter of HawK, who tried his very, very best to somehow come back from this gruesome harass that he witnessed with the Immolation Demon Hunter. He had good moments when he came into Foggy's expansion there, but man, so much pressure. A, Immolation. B, 6 mercenaries. C, Zeppelin.
Yeah.
It was just unbelievable.
It's such a joy to watch Foggy in this matchup. He's so good. And he has a lot of different strategies as well. Not necessarily about different units and stuff. I mean, we see Dryads and Mercs all the time, but how he goes for how many and pressures how with them, you know. There's a Zeppelin there. There's a Shredder in there. Always finding the openings. He's a joy to watch in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the 1-0 lead, and this is only a best of 3, so absolutely match points for Foggy now. Which would result in a 1-0 lead in the grand final, as we said before. We do have a new sub, by the way, Sip Sap from 1992 for 2 months. Love you guys, less than 3. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow, they are continuing with the next game here without any breaks. We are moving right into map number 2. Foggy with the lead, 1 step away from his grand final. And it's going to be Echo Isles. Another map just like TS. A different TS, I guess. But still another map where the Warden used to be very strong. I wonder, with that lead now, does he feel he can touch his favorite hero once again? Or is it still unviable in 1.29?
I haven't seen him play that in a long, long time. So I guess it's Demon Hunter throughout. We don't have a neutral hero build order. To be honest, a keeper would surprise me less than a warden at this point.
What? A keeper? Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, but I'm certainly banking on the demon as well.
So HawK, is it Mountain King or Archmage? Archmage never hit level 3, while the Demon Hunter was close to 5. And if he's able, Foggy, to steal mercenaries in the way that he did on Terranas, this could be like a repetition of game 1.
That's something that HawK really should look out for. Don't give him so many mercenaries again. I think that was a mistake in game number 1 as well. He had a farm there at one point. But I mean, that's the thing when you creep the natural right away. That Merc camp is going to be opened up so late for you. What's this going to be? Instant Expo, level 3 Expo, or actually a rifle push. Something that HawK can always bust out.
Demon Hunter, Archmage, Archer, and Engine of War Creep. A Militia is here. Foggy is supply stuck. Can't go for the Shadow Priest right now. Could be a chance for HawK to steal this one, as he does have some supply open.
Doesn't have the goal at the moment. So it actually goes to Foggy.
Yep.
Oh, he doesn't have the lumber. Oh, no, he does. Did he mismanage his gold? He didn't get the Shadow Priest. In Asia especially, this will always go to the human, but not here. Footy is coming in. If he had the Shadow Priest as well, this would be very difficult to deal with right now for Foggy. But as it is, it's only a footy and a single peasant, and he's taking his time, not even going for the lightning shield, not even going for the big creeps first, just little by little. And with that, he easily forces the footy away.
Yeah. On the other side, we go for an instant expansion on HawK's side with the circlet This will make level 3 a little harder for the Archmage. And I wonder how aggressive Foggy is going to take this. He could slow down a little.
If it's boots...
Ring.
No.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's not teching yet as well. So I wonder if this is a counter expansion. He does have 2 wisps here. This would be a typical position for Tree of Life.
Foggy actually creeping
Total
the
experience.
little green camp here. Oh yeah, ton of experience. Here comes the counter expo, and I'm so surprised that Foggy isn't across the map right now. Normally it's the play that he goes for. Be across the map, be aggressive, force your opponent to stay back, and with that, buy safety for your expansion. Is he really still gonna continue creeping?
Looks like it. He's opening up the expansion, which he builds right next to the mercenary camp, going for the Berserker here. He's going to the other Merc as well, but since HawK didn't creep that, I don't think it's possible to go for that, and the Archmage is right next to it, so no double Mercs for Foggy this time at least.
Yeah, but is this the right call for HawK staying so passive? He could have been across the map by now. He could be canceling this tree right now. But I guess he wants to keep his own expansion safe.
I think he wants to be level 3 with the Archmage in this series at least once. So he's continuing to creep.
Yeah, I mean, that's of course important, but delaying that for a expo cancel, I feel, would be even more important. But alright, anyways. Seems like the Night Elf is not getting his first expo attempt cancelled. And that was a very early expo attempt. And that is a good start for Foggy. Here's level 3. He's starting to harass. This expansion for the human, by the way, still isn't up yet because HawK did mismanage his economy slightly. He didn't construct that town hall immediately, and now 2 peasants have fallen. That should be the end of it, though.
And this is a lot of mobility on the Demon Hunter, so even if he takes some beatings here, he can go back, heal up, and be aggressive again. His own expansion is up. Does take some time to walk down because there is no Nature's Blessing yet for improved movement speed. Tech-wise, it's looking very good for the Night Elf. Not even started for HawK. And here, yeah, 1-8 or so. And no tower. Demon Hunter can do whatever he wants and then step out. There's no Stormbolt. There's not mass damage. He has evasion.
Yeah, so I guess this is where Foggy now tries to keep his expo alive and out of danger. And, oh, HawK is pulling the creeps? Does he want to go for some mercs here? But now this gives the Wisp the opportunity for Foggy to go for those creeps. We know how much he loves those. And guess what? Here they are. Berserker doesn't have the money for the Shadow Priest, but he gets the big one.
Kind of obvious, but if HawK pays attention, this Berserker could fall very
nice
shortly.
Positioning on the footy. Very well done. And now the AM should be able to run him down.
There is some healing coming. I don't think he can run him down.
Yeah, with some blocking.
Nice block from this Berserker.
Ooh, heal him. Ah, he's dead now. Okay.
At least HawK didn't get it. I guess you can see it that way.
Yeah. And it's more damage onto the AM as well, who was forced into his own pair of boots here, but still low HP. Footies are moving across. Is he going for defend? Yes, he is. But he waited for after the tech, so it's a little bit later. It's still going to take a while to complete. But he can cancel this Entangling Goldmine at least once. If he commits to it, which he doesn't, though.
Wants to lower the amount of unit. Again, 3 mercenaries for Foggy. Demon Hunter goes into the peon line once again. But what can his footman do? This is more important. Now he's going for the Entangle. And this is a kill. So some time for the human.
Gonna give up 1 footy for this, but that's certainly worth it. Tier 2 is finishing right now. Wisp is moving towards the middle. Could be Naga or Panda. Wouldn't mind a Panda here. This is looking to be a longer game.
Oh yeah.
Alchemist!
Okay. That... We saw this at GCS. He tried it versus
Yes.
Infi with Acid Bomb, and we've seen it becoming more and more successful in recent weeks. Acid Bomb is just the bomb. Boom. -3 armor is a lot on peasants. So much more damage. Especially with the big right clicker that the Demon Hunter is. Everything's low here.
Waiting for the next one. Is he gonna go in for some right clicks of his own? No.
Doesn't want to get his mana burned. Footman cancelled this again. Now being threatened away by Engine of War and Mercenaries. But that bought him some time. Double Engine of War.
time, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, and he cancelled the healing of the Archmage. That was sweet by Foggy's Alchemist. Tier 2 is reached by HawK as well. Double Arcane Sanctum, Rifleman.
Yeah, the way he played against Infi was tier 2 only, right? Mass Dryades, Mass Mercs, and rely on Heal Spray for healing. Didn't like that too much. Alchemist stealing the Scroll of Healing. I like that a lot, though. And he's going for the Naga right away. He has the mana burn level 2, he has the minus armor. But she has the boots. But so does he, of course. Oh, it's a lot of damage. Oh, it's a lot of damage.
Archmage low, Naga low, Footman low. He needs a heal scroll. He has one. But I guess...
so good that Foggy stole it with his Alch.
What?
Foggy stole the heal scroll with the Alch.
Yeah.
So effective here. And that Acid Bomb. AoE damage on all of the footies. And minus armor.
Yeah, in the early days of 129, everything revolved around heal spray, which is of course crazy strong. But the longer we play on 1.29, the more of an effect Acid Bomb has.
Yeah, I agree.
And guess who said that in the patch videos about 1.29 that Acid Bomb is sick? Spoiler, it was me.
Congrats, Neo, congrats.
Thank you.
Once again, Foggy seems to be staying on tier 2. Still don't know that I'm the biggest fan of this because Night Elves do rely on rejuvenation at one point. HawK is already going into upkeep. Militia are already moving across. Dude, this is gonna be a super fast push.
Yeah, 60 supply, 200 gold, he's coming over. Is that enough? I mean, he's not close to tier 3. He's not close to Bears. Expo did not really pay off yet. He does have a heal scroll, he does have an invul. His damage? 2 riflemen, not too much. So,
One of mana stealing again for him.
today is the day of one of mana stealing for some reason. Okay, HawK. I like how aggressive you are here. You held on despite mass damage to your Echo. Can you kill this tree?
Mercs coming in, mass repair as well, but it's so many footmen here. This normal damage is starting to hurt the illusions. Are they gonna distract them? Are they gonna prevent the real damage?
Archmage, Demon Hunter and Alchemist are both low. Double level up here. Level 4 on the Demon. Lightning rattling through. This Mauler doesn't do too much. Acid Bomb again, but this Alchemist is out of mana now.
Water Elementals. Only one left. There's no more at the moment, but the Dryads, man, they're dying like flies. Both players here taking heavy losses. This is a bare-knuckle box fight. But guess what? The footies are the ones to still be remaining in the end, along with the heroes, of course. Alchemist, super low. He used that one of mana stealing. For a little bit more mana, I guess. Keeps the Water Elemental away.
The
Demon has
pickaxe
more mana burn.
The pickaxe is against the Tree of Life. Can he somehow make it work? He's going for the Wisps again. This is Foggy in trouble, certainly. He's losing Wisp after Wisp after Wisp. Almost level 4 Archmage. The Demon Hunter. Can he carry this game on his shoulders? Alchemist is coming in. He kills the tree. TP's out. Naga, will she survive without the invul? Yes, she will. Surgical strike from HawK. He had to fight hard for it, but it paid off. 48 supply remaining for the Ukrainian. 58 for HawK. The first breakers are there, level 4, level 2, and the big Echo advantage while being on the same tier.
Yeah, this is looking like the equalizer. Very difficult position now for Foggy. How does he come back into this? Expand again, be aggressive behind it. With perfect Dryad control, maybe you can find some pickups. Maybe you can stay out of range of those rifles. He killed a lot of rifles earlier.
Yeah.
There's only one left. More will be coming.
HawK certainly lacks damage. This lightning shield hurts. Foggy is aggressive. As you said, he can outrun him with Dryads. Alchemist a little out of position, not in the fight yet, but he does have a heal scroll, uses it immediately.
And going for the Naga. He has so much focus fire potential, but there is the invul. She's gonna wait as long as she can to use it. So much damage and time invested. And in the end, she still survives. Heal spray coming out once again, but that's the last one. No more mana for the big guy. Dryads have to run. There's no slow in this army, so it's pretty easy to run. But what about the Naga? He's coming back in. That was a little bit overly ambitious, perhaps, going into the main. Where's the slow from the Sork?
Yeah, HawK not paying attention there. Now the sorceress gets focused and most likely taken out of the game. Alchemist closing in on level 3, more riflemen coming. HawK is struggling while being 12 supply ahead. Can he pick up these Mauler, these Dryads? Demon Hunter is defending his friends and does it well.
I was expecting a counter expansion behind this, but it wasn't coming. Only now. Couldn't he have gone for that a lot earlier, I wonder?
He has 200 gold left over, so the answer is obviously yes. But he wanted to be there as fast as possible, and from then on it was only fighting.
Alchemist, almost level 3. Might be very easy to acquire if there should be more water elementals summoned. And I mean, what do you want to do? Go for Blizzard against Mass Dryads?
Nah.
Doesn't sound like the best idea either.
Water teams, but that takes a long time. Now we have level 3.
He's dropping real low here, Mr. Alchemist. But there's a staff. HawK with a big army now, though. 68 supply.
More and more rifles coming. Upgrades as well. For the Spellbreaker, I like that. They benefit a lot from defense upgrades. And there's no bears. Like, Foggy is playing this without tier 3 the entire time.
Yeah, like it was at GCS. There it didn't work. Here it's not over yet, but it's certainly looking good for HawK. He's doing more damage though. Heroes are of course always going to be an X factor. If this demon gets to level 5, he becomes quite a bit stronger. If he gets to level 6, he can win a game by himself.
Okay, Invo Potion, but he gets blocked. Can he block him forever? Oh,
well done. Oh,
opens it up last second, but they're slow. Can he go for it again? Not really.
Alchemist from the north, distracting enough here to buy space for his first hero. So he retains his TP, and now the two Dryad groups, reminiscent of Moon, who will oftentimes make use of his Dryads like this.
Tandem attacks. A few to the north, a few in the south. Wherever HawK is going, Foggy will be where he's not and cause some damage there.
And this is so nice to keep the human back, because it was time for the expo. Entangling at the moment, not quite done yet. And once, as you said, once HawK moves out, he's moving in. And just trying to keep him back. Trying to keep him back in his base. Is this time for tier 3? No, still only tier 2, despite him having so many resources to spend.
600 gold. He stays in no upkeep as well to get the full amount. He has to catch up in gold, obviously, because his expansion got cancelled and HawK is mining for a long time. And now what? I would still love to see some more teams, but okay, Dispel upgrade for the Priest, second defense upgrade for the Breakers and Footmen. And then he needs bears.
Tower up, which he's doing right now. Just tower up, make like 3 guards in every base, and then move across, because then the Dryad counterattack potential is very limited.
Yeah, that's true. Can't break it then anymore. Foggy has to think about a plan C, plan B, I don't know. But so far, there is none. Upgrades from the Hunter's Hall. And now he's fully mining. We are 16 minutes in the game. And only now he reestablishes his main. We have double heal scroll, Invo Potion. An Alchemist with decent mana. But not a reunited army for Foggy yet, only now.
Still only mass Dryads here. Oh, the expansion, though, is looking to be exposed here, coming in before the towers are done. Lots of piercing damage here, obviously. But HawK is not going to go back. He's going to go for his own attack.
Second tower is up, third tower is being upgraded. He can repair, he can stall some time. There's a lot of normal damage again with the remaining Footmen and the Breakers and the Riflemen. Piercing is also decent against this Tree of Life. So, game of chicken. Who TPs first? It's HawK.
Free experience from the Water Elemental. That's level 5. Wouldn't mind to see evasion here, actually. Can't see it, unfortunately. Here come the Dryads from every angle.
So many misses!
Are magic immune, but they don't do too much damage either. He's trying to focus out the Riflemen one by one, and he forces the TP out of HawK.
Dude, this was like the Red Sea of misses. 20 misses at the same time or something. I don't know. Could have been level 3 evasion, actually. Is it 40%, right? Yeah.
under attack.
What is it? No, 30? 40?
30%.
40%.
30.
30, yeah. 10, 20, 30. Oh boy, what a game! Echo
And
Isles
he gets the consumables again. This is so big.
for the second time. Third time, I guess. Echo Isles Human Night Elf, man. This is just the best.
Alchemist almost level 4. It's gonna be an upgrade for him, certainly. Man, how Foggy stayed in this game.
Yeah.
After
Both.
that expansion dies, almost every other Night Elf will fall.
Yeah, but also props to HawK. The early game was not easy for him at all. The Demon Hunter was always there.
Yeah.
The Expo for Foggy was super fast. There was, again, mercenary pressure, so he defended this really well and then got the advantage.
So is he transitioning more teams? There we go, Neo.
Okay.
He heard you.
Yeah, it takes some time for my voice to travel over to Russia, but yeah, this is necessary. Mortar teams at this point, they're gonna be so good. He's not tier 3, so we don't have fragmentation shards for the advanced radius, but still, siege damage, AoE, so good against Dryad.
And still more creeping for this elk. Getting closer to 5. Mass Dryads, dude, this is reminding me of Life's game.
Yeah, against TH.
On AZ.
On AZ.
Just mass Dryads.
There's like these few games that define a strategy, and that was certainly one of them.
Claws +9, not too bad at all.
HawK's going for 3 towers. He's towering up either aggressively here in front of the Engine of War, but that's dangerous, or
I can't do that.
No,
Dryads
no.
are gonna cancel
Yeah.
it.
Or he establishes like a fallback spot across the river.
79 supply, Dryads and Mercs.
79 supply, mass casters, and a few footmen. 0-2 upgrades here. Almost no riflemen anymore. 2-0 upgrades there as well.
3 mortar teams though. And
Ooh.
with the help of towers as well, they can be very effective from long range. Illusions coming in now as well for Foggy. In these big battles where it's A-click, they will soak up a lot of damage.
3 heal scrolls for Foggy though. 1 invul potion. What does HawK have? 1 heal scroll, and that's about it. A heal potion. Mortar teams well protected. Oh, actually, the acid bomb hits them. That's not supposed to happen. First one down.
And the towers are raised as well. This is like 100 degrees surround from the Dryads, from every angle they're coming in. Now they're closing in on the casters in the back. Heal scroll had to be used from the human. He has no more to use after this one, but now they're nicely tucked away behind the merchant. But the Dryads, they're giving chase. They're committing deep for this. Heal scroll coming in from Foggy as well. That was his almost last one. Alchemist back at home, getting more mana, coming back in soon with that staff. Both players here taking significant losses, but these Dryads actually are still standing fairly strong, but now it's really hard for them to get out.
But he has a town portal. He can use that. But the 60 supply left for HawK, 71 for Foggy. Heal spray is so good. Level 5 on the Alchemist now. Big buff to the acid bomb or heal spray, whatever he wants to use. Of course, the mortar teams are long gone. The casters are long gone. All he has is melee and the heroes.
Look at the demon, he's almost level 6.
He has the mana as well. One more kill and it's Metamorphosis, and then it must be GG.
1 or 2 maybe. There's a footy about to die, but he taps out before. GG by HawK. Despite killing that Expo.
Wow. What a game between the two, man. Toe to toe, constant battle, tug of war to the fullest. Very, very impressive. I would not be surprised to see them in the grand final again, man. They are really, really prepared. It's a 2-0, and the first game was a slaughter, but you can see that it's really tough between the two, and really close between the two.
Sick game.
The
That was really, really
resiliency
cool.
of Foggy is so impressive. Without tier 3, without bears, without orb, without too many upgrades. You know what? Heal scrolls. And the position, of course. HawK was not ready for that position at all. He wanted to fight a lot further to the right, so he claims shop control. But man, Foggy was pushing him into this little forest niche thing like a bulldozer.
The one thing that I would fault HawK for a little bit might be unit comp. The sorceresses really didn't do much. Would have liked to see more riflemen, but that's the only issue really I saw. He played this really well. He seemed to have that game in his hand. And, you know, more teams were were a massive part of the meta in this matchup like 2 years ago maybe, and then they got started getting played less and less and less and less. And in that battle, especially the first 3 or 4 volleys, they just didn't hit. It's kind of unreliable damage. If the Dryads dance against it, if the Night Elf is good enough to do that, then sometimes their damage is so incredibly low.
Wow. I'm kind of exhausted. We have our first grand finalist, and that is Foggy from the Ukraine. He will have the first map advantage in the grand final. HawK goes down to the lower bracket where he will meet either Cash or Orc Worker. He has faced Cash before, it was a 2-0 there. We will determine his opponent in just 5 minutes. Orc Mirror coming up, Belarus versus Russia, Orc Worker versus Cash. See you in a bit.